can't ignore. And I think in Dak Prescott's case, he truly, truly saw that. And that's why he felt the need to articulate what he had articulated. And for that, I have nothing but the greatest respect and appreciation about him and for him.
So the idea that someone can't experience that anxiety and can't perform at that point is not true. Because for those who would say that it affects his ability to lead, in fact, I think quite the opposite. Showing that kind of vulnerability enhances leadership ability.
Obviously, when we're talking about Dak, it's as big as it gets in the NFL. So it's got to be right for Dak, and it's got to be right for us.
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys, quite honestly, haven't paid Dak the type of money that Dak wants to pay because they don't believe that he's that type of player. I don't think the Cowboys think that Dak Prescott is a top 5 type quarterback, a quarterback that can put a franchise on his back.
All right. So there's a lot to unpack with this episode, and we're going to talk about, does Dak Prescott deserve all of the money that he's asking for? It's going to be a hell of an episode. Let's go. Chicken and sausage.
Yeah, we stunt. All we do is stunt. All we do is stunt. Yeah, we stunt. All we do is stunt. All we do is stunt. Yeah, we stunt. All we do is stunt. All we do is stunt. Yeah, we stunt. All we do is stunt. All we do is stunt. That cash money, I got it. That swag, honey, I got it.
What's good, guys? Just got off the field. Just got done running some sprints. I would say about 60-65%. Definitely wasn't going out all out. My first time really sprinting in a while, and I definitely feel that weight being heavier. You definitely feel it. It sits on you, it holds you back, and I can't wait to shed all this body fat, man. And I didn't feel great. My body is, even stretching every day at night, and when I wake up, I still feel extremely tight. So I got to work on that and keep it pushing, man. We on to the next. Let's get it. Food. I definitely need some food.
For the summer. How comes alive in the winter? I still swear I smell you a hint of vanilla. Sunday rides, aside drives, we both swear to God that we're in love.
Bam.
Is it in order? Is it in order? Is it in order that I'll call?
Do I think that Dak Prescott deserves $30 million a year? Absolutely. Unequivocally, no question in my mind. Not only does he deserve it, he deserves more. And I'm going to give you all the reasons why. The pressure that you go through as this young 20-some-odd-year-old man or young man, that you're trying to live up to these expectations of everybody around you. See, it's not you, that you're a great football player and you're going out to prove that to the world, and you have this chip on your shoulder already walking in. And what happens is that everybody has an opinion. And when the opinions of others starts to seep into your mind, then you begin to have this pressure that starts to mount. And it's like you're trying to show this person that you're better than what they think, and you're trying to show that person and this person, and you miss the whole idea of just playing the game. When I used to play and I would get the criticism from the media, I would just try to turn off my TV, because these opinions about you, when you hear them over and over again, they begin to sit with you. So you don't want to hear the media, so you turn the TV off. Let's say you're not winning, because that's when the criticism comes, when you're not winning. When you're not winning, everyone is going to attack the quarterback. That's the first thing they're going to do. The head coach and the quarterback get it the most. But the reality is that it is a team-driven sport. If your offensive line that's in front of you is not very good and they're getting pushed back into your lap, you're going to make mistakes. It's just going to happen. If your wide receivers can't get open, as Tom Brady experienced last year when he was in New England, that's the reason why he was trying to get new talent in the wide receiver, because his guys couldn't get open. And all of a sudden, everybody started to chip away at the mystique of Tom Brady. It wasn't him. These guys couldn't get open. So if your offensive line isn't very good, now your wide receivers can't get open, the onus falls on you to make a play. What happens oftentimes than not, especially with the black quarterback, and I hate to go white, black, I hate to do that, but it's the reality. The black quarterback, they tell you to make a play. Oh, go make it happen. The white guy, they put all the pressure on the other guys, the offensive line and the wide receivers and the running backs to do better. But the black quarterback, they're telling you to do more on your own because you can run, right? So there's always that. There's this pressure, okay, that's coming from the outside. Then there's this internal pressure from your team. It's like, okay, so where do you turn? You can't turn on the TV, Sports Center, because they're all talking about you and your contract. So you can't go to your team because there's a bunch of alpha males in the building. And you can't be soft. When you're leading a group of alpha males, there's no room for this vulnerable guy that's emotional. And they will get rid of you because of that, i.e. Vince Young.
He was just basically picking my brain, what was going on through my mind and how do I feel about certain things. And I was to the point that, man, I didn't really want to play no more because of the fact that I was that hurt, that I was that hurt from the booze. It was just so much for me. I didn't want to play no more.
At all?
At all.
Like retired?
No, I wouldn't say retired, but at that point in time, I didn't feel like, playing no more for the rest of the season because of the fact that there was so much going on.
So, after they left, then what happened?
My mom came back in and put some more ice on me, and she saw me with my pistol leaving.
This is all about winning. But when you start to lose and you're not making the playoffs and you're the most valuable franchise in the world, now everybody is talking about your contract and what you deserve and what you... So just picture this. Family and friends are all gonna be talking about your contract. You can't go to the mall to clear your mind. You wanna just get out of the house because you can't watch TV because they're all talking about your contract. So you wanna just go out and just clear your mind, go to the mall. Everybody that you meet is going to judge their experience with you. Remember, you're trying to get out of the house. You're trying to clear your mind. But everybody wants pictures, and if you're not smiling in a photo, it's like, oh, he wasn't that nice. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. And so all of a sudden, your public image starts to take a hit. So there's so much pressure that the quarterback has to endure. And especially when we're talking about the African-American quarterback. It's just the reality. I know people are going to get all butthurt behind that, but it's just the truth. You've got all of these issues that are going on around you. And not to mention, oh, by the way, my brother just passed away. He just took his own life. And you're trying to handle all of these emotions and pressures that are coming from inside the locker room, outside the locker room, from your friends, family. There's nowhere to turn. When you ask the question, does he deserve the money? There's no doubt in my mind, because you have to be able to manage all of this and go out and be really, really productive. This may be difficult for the average fan to grasp because all the average fan knows is just, is he throwing touchdown passes? And what's his comparison to Brady? What's his comparison to Drew Brees? Is he better than Deshaun Watson? And there's so many factors that determines that. Look, as much as you love Pat Mahomes, and we all love Pat because he's a great quarterback, Andy Reid is an exceptional play caller. He is light years ahead of most play callers. It's insane. When you watch Patrick Mahomes play, it's like watching a video game because the ball is just going all over the place. Andy Reid, and then it's the great offensive line, and then he has superb wide receivers. So when you put all of that together, you got magic. And so you're going to get Patrick Mahomes, who's going to be an all-star for years and years to come because of the situation that he's in. With Dak, it's completely different. When Amari Cooper gets hurt, then your number 2 is Michael Gallup, who wasn't really drafted very high, wasn't really sought after. So you don't have as much talent around him. So there's so much going on that's in favor of Pat versus what's going on with Dak. So the reality is that Dak Prescott has to do more. He has to do more with less. And so when you ask, does he deserve the money? What the hell yeah, he deserves the money. Always that constant pressure to live up to the standards that other people are setting for you. And so it's unfair. But it's the reality. At the time when I was playing in British Columbia, Canada, I had no family around me. And when I was there, I had this constant pressure to live up to these standards, or we're gonna pull you out of the game and put the other guy in. Right? So not only do I have to live up to your standards of what you think a quarterback should be, or you're gonna pull me out. I'm in another country by myself. I don't know what to do with my time because when you watch the TV, everybody's talking. That's the reason I became so infatuated with movies, is because there's so much noise going on around you that you just want to get away from the noise. And I would oftentimes go to the movie theaters on my off day and just stay all day. And that's where the love and the fetish for movies came from. Did I have bouts of depression? Yes. Did I have anxious thoughts? That without question. And you have all of these issues that are going on with you, and you're trying to manage all of it. It makes you anxious because most people can't handle this just if you're just sitting across from them, talking to them. You're watching TV, and somebody that you've never met is talking down about you, talking all kind of crap about you, telling you how awful you are, telling you that you're not very good at this and not good at that. They don't even know you. And so you have to just sit there and take it. Because you can't respond, because when you come to the media and you start responding, oh, he's whining. Oh, he's being a big baby. He's just, he needs to just shut up and play. Blah, blah, right? But you can say all this stuff about me. Constant tug of war of emotions. And hell yeah, you're going to be depressed. Hell yeah, you're going to have issues with anxiety and other issues because of everything that is going on. What I would say to any quarterback, you have to live in your own world. You have to literally be in your own world. Some kind of way you got to figure out what makes you happy and live in that world and that world alone. Because when you start letting people in, they will start bringing the outside noise to you. Did you hear what they said? Did you hear what this person said? You got to prove them. Listen, you got to do this for you and figure out what makes you happy all the time, and that's it.